You need to give every fear in your life. Right now, you're thinking of 2 or 3 fears. You're thinking about some fears in your life. You need to give every fear in your life the power test. What do I mean by that? 1 Corinthians 4:20 says this, for the Christian life is living by God's power. So in other words, you can't tell me you're living the Christian life if you're not living a powerful life. And so if the fear in your life is causing you to be weak and timid, then guess what? That's a wicked fear. That fear's got to go. But there's a second test that we give every fear in our life, and that is the love test. 1 Corinthians 13:2 says, if I have no love, I am nothing. So if the fear we're dealing with makes us selfish and unloving, then guess what? It's got to go. We must hate it. But then here's the one that most of you have never heard of, and that is the sound mind test. 1 Corinthians 14:33 says this, God is not a God of confusion, but of peace. You want to know how I know most of the fears in my life are evil? Because when I'm afraid, I don't know what to do. When I'm afraid, I'm confused. When I'm afraid, I am indecisive. And anybody that knows me more than 15 minutes knows that that's not something I normally struggle with. So if the fear in your life is causing confusion and indecisiveness, then you've got to take it out. And that leads us to this fundamental truth, and the truth is this: we must win the battle of our mind to be free from fear. 2 Corinthians 10:5 should be on your refrigerator. It says, we demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. Hear me now, because this is going to set you free if you'll let it. We've got to stop coddling our fears and start demolishing them. We've got to stop understanding our fears and excusing our fears and defending our fears and take them captive and make them obey Christ.